He's going to get home and grab some ice cream out of the freezer and sit in his chair and his tighty whities on the couch. I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously,
LeBron James is full of it. And in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And he went on national television today, and he lied again. I would have gotten my ass kicked because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
LeBron James called out Stephen A. Smith in his viral interview on Pat McAfee, and now Stephen A. Smith is calling LeBron James back out. Love the beef. I love to see it because Stephen A's always been calling out everybody, and we actually have someone responding like LeBron. Let's get right into it. It's Sean Daniel here. If you enjoy the video, consider liking or subscribing. LeBron thinks he's a powerful man, but so is Stephen A.
My good friend, Mr. LeBron James. LeBron appeared on the Pat McAfee show today and made a few headlines with his thoughts on a number of topics, including yours truly. For those of you who didn't see it, I'll play it for you right here. This is LeBron James on Pat McAfee talking about me.
Which leads, obviously, to you and Stephen A. Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
he's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're watching it.
Yep.
We're all seeing it.
Oh, yeah.
You're seeing it as well.
He literally, it started off with, I didn't want to address it.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it.
You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you could address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair and his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance. But you're right.
Dude, like relax, bro. Like relax.
Tighty Whitey's comment was funny because I don't wear tighty whities. Let you figure out why that is. But
Excuse me, Stephen A? Oh, you see, he's about to get real. He's not messing around. He's letting a little bit loose, just like LeBron's letting loose. Before we break down LeBron's lies, let's hear how Stephen A responds to them.
moving on from that particular subject, I don't happen to consider anything that LeBron has said a laughing matter. So y'all wanted me to be serious, I'll be serious. And I know there's some people out there that's going to be like, oh, I'm milking the story for all it's worth. Well, I've been winning in television for quite some time. I don't need an incident like this to talk about LeBron, and I don't need an incident like this to get ratings. LeBron gives us plenty of ammunition to talk about him, both good and bad. So let's get that out the way first. Let's also get out the way that major props to Pat McAfee for getting that interview. There's a lot of people that's been texting me, and he's a teammate. He's on ESPN. Why would he do that? Please, y'all, be quiet. Pat McAfee did nothing wrong. Pat McAfee did his job. Pat McAfee has a show that airs on ESPN. You have an opportunity to get LeBron James, you take him. I don't give a damn who you are. This is one of the greatest players in the history of basketball. You get him. If you have an opportunity to get him, you get him. And I didn't think that Pat McAfee disrespected me or did me wrong in any way. He did his job, and I got no problems with it. My issue is with LeBron James. And I just want to say for the record, LeBron James is full of it. And in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And he went on national television today and he lied again.
But we should not be surprised that LeBron lied again, because we see him lie time and time and time again about himself, about his son, about Donald Trump especially. LeBron is a liar to maintain his image and be seen as the greatest of all time, the greatest ambassador of all time, the greatest basketball player of all time. He lies constantly.
You see, when he approached me while I was sitting courtside at that game against the New York Knicks, when he rolled up on me, I didn't know he was going to roll up on me. I had no idea. But when he said what he had to say, I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. It was on national television. The cameras were rolling. And had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act? You want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked, because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately. That I'm not going to tolerate. But I knew he wasn't going to do something like that. There was no fear in my mind about it. It was shock. Because as I have repeatedly stated, I was not talking about his son. I was talking about him.
And it's interesting that LeBron did that in the middle of a game when Stephen A. can't really do anything about giving a response, because LeBron has to go back after the timeout is over. It's an emotional, possibly calculated thing that LeBron did by going up to Stephen A. But it's also emotional. He sees him on the crowd. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go up to him. I'm going to show him a big dog. I'm so mad he's talking about my son. But also, what else is Stephen A. supposed to do? LeBron has to go back into the game. He can't look like an idiot and swing and start a fight. He's obviously going to get his butt kicked, like he said. But it's such an emotional thing from LeBron to do in the middle of a game, and also calculated to give Stephen A. no chance to do anything.
And whether it's the video that you saw him a couple of days later after that incident when he was talking to Richard Jefferson, my colleague at ESPN, before an ABC game in Boston when it got blown out that night by the Celtics, or in the aftermath of it, including Pat McAfee's show, when he talked about me getting personal and taking it beyond basketball, I'm getting to a point where I'm getting very annoyed at people who cover the game of basketball, who cover professional sports, pundits out there, including him, his inner circle, his family members, and everybody else included. When are y'all going to ask him or hold him accountable for the truth? I have not been talking about Bronny James. I have not, as LeBron James accused me of doing to my face, been shitting on his son. I clapped back at D. Wade and Melo, two brothers I love dearly, when they were talking about this, even though 99% of the stuff they said was right. It was not clapping back at his son. Your second-round pick, 55th overall. There's been plenty of second-round picks that have to work their way up through the ranks before getting to the pro level. Me pointing that out about his son and talking about how his son has been pushed to the forefront, thereby put in a line of fire for folks in the media to come at him, is not denigrating his son. It's simply highlighting what we all knew, which is that he's not ready yet. But based on what we've seen from Bronny recently, there are indications that he will be. And as LeBron James pointed out on the Pat McAfee show today, it's probably sooner than later, because his growth and his maturation from just a year ago has happened by leaps and bounds. Nothing but respect and appreciation.
The focus is on LeBron creating extra attention on his son by giving him preferential treatment, using his powers in the NBA to get Bronny James on the Lakers and then get him on the actual NBA team and not on the G League team. And LeBron's doing this to fulfill his dream, get his son in there. That's calling out LeBron. And it's ballsy by Stephen A. to actually publicly, because he's the big name under ESPN and ESPN loves LeBron James, For him to be willing to call out LeBron when LeBron has so much power, respect to Stephen A. for that. Because a lot of other reporters would not do it. They would just sit there and, oh, LeBron, Bronny, it's so amazing. It's a great story. Nobody, not many people, will point out how it was a coordinated move to get Bronny not only on the Lakers, but playing a lot on the Lakers.
Bronny nothing but the best. This is not about Bronny. This is about LeBron. This is about LeBron. And when you sit up there and you talk about, I love talking about, I don't need something like this to happen to talk about LeBron. He plays for the Lakers. He is LeBron James. I don't need an incident like this to talk about LeBron James. And do I use him for ratings? You're damn right. Like I use anything in the news for ratings. Because I'm a reporter and a personality and a pundit and a commentator. That's my career. Of course I talk about him. Of course I talk about anything relevant in the news. 1 minute it's LeBron, another minute it's the Cowboys. Y'all act like that's all I talk about. For 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week live, all I talk about is LeBron and the Cowboys. Are you sure? Because I can pick a whole bunch of things I've gotten in trouble for opening my mouth about. But that's neither here nor there. Because let's not get distracted from the real point at hand. The real point at hand is this. LeBron James continues to lie. He hoodwinked y'all into thinking that he was upset about criticism about his son. If your son is a professional basketball player, and I was talking about your son as a basketball player, since you just went on Pat McAfee's show and said you would never knock anybody for talking about the game, then what is it that I said? What I said was, as a father, stop. I wasn't talking about you as a father, as somebody that's home minding your business, and I just call you out because your son is in this position. That's not the father I've been talking about. That's why I've been addressing Draymond Green, who's been an avid supporter of LeBron on this matter. All I'm asking is for comprehension of the actual point.
Stephen A.'s argument makes a lot of sense, but LeBron victimizes it just like most Democrats do. Oh, you can't talk about me as a father and make it personal about my son. No, we're calling out the coordinated effort you made towards getting your son in a Lakers uniform and then having him get a lot of playing time when most other 55th overall picks do not get so much playing time like that. LeBron, we're calling you out for the attention you're putting on your son. You can do it if you want, but at least Stephen A. had the balls to point it out. Now, it's awesome that Bronny James is playing so much better and actually improving in the league. That is so cool, because that kid has probably been under so much pressure his entire life, let alone this year while he's been on the Lakers. So great props to him. But LeBron, just be honest, man. He's never honest. He's never honest. He was never honest when he dealt with that whole China problem. He's never honest when he talks about injuries, when he talks about players, even with how he talks about the Luka Doncic trade. Like, that just happened, for no real reason. We do not trust LeBron James. I do not trust LeBron James, especially when you think about the way he's talked about Donald Trump. It's Sean Daniel here. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking or subscribing and watching another video right here. I'll see you in the next one.